Place our hands in Opai Join, Cosmic Realm Mudra. Right hand, left hand, thumbs touching, lightly. Sit, sort of stacking your spine, feeling everything suspended, gradually laying your hands into your lap, tongue and the roof of your mouth just behind your top teeth, breathing with your stomach. Sort of feel as if your head is being lifted like a balloon and your waist is sinking down like a boat. And breathe in with a sense of lightness through the nose, feeling stomach hold, and breathe out. You don't need to think about anything in particular, you don't need to count, just breathe nice and steady. So for today's topic of discussion, I'd like to talk about this concept that we talk about a lot in our Koji lineage. That's the Japanese term Jisso, Jisso Romanji, which means ultimate reality as it is right now. In basic Buddhism, we talk about the Four Noble Truths. All life is suffering. There is an origin to the suffering. There is a way to alleviate the suffering. That way is the Eightfold Path. Later in the Mahayana, replaced by the six paramitas that we see down there, which is generosity, patience, zeal, meditation, wisdom, diligence, and then ultimately enlightenment. But this word, suffering, especially for a lot of us in the Western context, seems really harsh. Like, well, when I think about someone in South America, boy, my life doesn't seem like suffering. And we think, well, maybe my life's not so bad. But I heard another translation of the word suffering in the context of Buddhism, which was struggle. So all life is struggle. But where does struggle come from? And I was listening to Shakyam Trungpa Rinpoche's book, Cutting Through Spiritual Materialism. And an interesting aspect was brought up about struggle. That struggle comes from ego, right? Struggle is us defining ourselves against reality, right? I am this type of person, I'm not that type of person. I like these things, therefore I am this kind of person, not that kind of person. Struggle comes from not accepting things as they are now. Recently I came back from my own training, and I had to confront my idealized image of what I wanted to be, what I thought I should be, and who I am now. And what I had to realize was I had to understand deeper what my teacher taught me and what the Buddha teaches us, is that we don't push anything away. Like, ooh, that's dirty, ooh, that's bad. We don't do that, because then it's to say that that's wrong, that's creating another. It's just that we just have to be very honest with ourselves, starkly and nakedly, and say, okay, I take ownership of this. I take ownership of this emotion. I take ownership of this situation. I take ownership of whatever it is. I take ownership of looking outside myself to find satisfaction, happiness, gratitude, whatever it may be, without just accepting what is. Recently I hurt my knee, and initially I was really bummed about this, and then I got all panicky about well, what if I can't sit and say so? What if I can't do the martial arts that I do? What if all of these things? And I was like, wow, what am I going to do? And then in the back of my mind, I heard Jesus spoke. Ultimate reality as it is. Don't push it away. A lot of times what causes our suffering is that we're afraid of something because we won't look at it. Because we won't look in the mirror and say, oh, yeah, let myself go a little bit. Or we won't take the responsibility to say, oh, those bills have been cutting off, or that paperwork that I've been meaning to do, or all that. We just kind of compartmentalize it, or we push our grief and we compartmentalize that and shove it down. But when in reality, what we should be able to do as Buddhists is to be able to see it as it is. Oh, this is me lonely. This is me sad and feeling grief. This is me excited. This is me angry. This is not somebody else's fault. This is not from outside. I accept this inside me, that this is ultimate reality as it is. And so this path of being a bodhisattva, of helping others, of putting others before yourself, isn't to be a doormat, right? It isn't to give up yourself so you have no individuality anymore, but it's the realization that you never really had any individuality to begin with. You are the result of a lot of different people. And when we feel embarrassment or fear, it's because we're trying to protect something that doesn't really exist. A person, an ego, that is really just a pile of experiences, right? That don't necessarily define who we are. I am my next thought, right? I'm not defined or defiled by all the previous things I did. It's my next thought, which influences my next action. And if I realize that there's no ego to defend, then I don't have to get upset at other people about certain things. Because it's fear. It's fear of exposing yourself. It's fear of being vulnerable to someone that if I give, they're just going to take, and I'm going to have nothing left. Which is true if you think from a limited standpoint of you're the one giving. But the truth is, it's a constant receptive process. I'm getting and giving simultaneously. I'm getting from the universe, I'm giving to you. I'm getting from you, I'm giving to them. And that's what karma is, right? That's what cause and effect is. I am taking this, and I am now passing it to this. I'm creating, here's the cause, here's the effect. But as Buddhists, we have to take responsibility for our cause and our effect. In this situation, someone reacts to me. Yes, I might be totally justified in reacting back at them, but it's what's the cause and effect of that? Is it going to be a benefit to all sentient beings if I do that? Or is it just going to be benefit to this sentient being who's going to get heard because I think this, and you should know that because you're full of crap, right? Whatever that may be. I'm going to show you how much better I am than you. Creating another. Sometimes it's politics. Like right now it's a politics season. We're all, some of us are really jacked up about politics, Those people over there are so stupid and blah, 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 and I'm so afraid and blah, blah, but the truth is you're afraid. It's fear. You have to look at things. No one is inherently defiled. No one is beyond redemption, myself included. Let's bring it back to our practice. So in those moments where I am pushing away reality, this practice helps teach me to hug it a little closer to me and not be afraid of it. Not be afraid of the fact that I'm getting older. Not be afraid of the fact that sometimes I have aches and pains. Not be afraid of the fact that sometimes I'm lonely. And that's okay. But I also have to understand that within that, I'm also, okay, I'm also part of a natural process of growth, aging, I will get old one day, I will die, sickness comes to us all, and I don't have to be afraid of this. Because that's just reality. And I don't have to push it away and just be like, oh God, what if? It's like, oh, it is. No problem. Deep soul, as it is. So we chant Namu so that we can better be here now. Right? Accept ultimate reality as it is here now, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Doesn't mean we shouldn't plan for it, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen for tomorrow. So we have to live in the present. We can be influenced by our past, but if we live too much in our past, boy, it'll screw up our present. I wasn't the best person early in my life at times. And it was my attachment to the guilt of not being the best person that caused me to continue to be not such an awesome person. Realizing now that I can look back and say, I am not defined by those actions. I have to take responsibility for them. I might hurt somebody, I might have done something nefarious, and I have to take responsibility for my actions, for my karma, accept it, boldly naked, whatever that means. But it doesn't define me. I'm not inherently defiled by it. It means that, I'm a work in progress. As my favorite art friend said, I'm an asshole. But because I know I'm an asshole, I know I have room to improve. So we, as bodhisattvas, as people who are out to help other people and in the process of ourselves, it's okay if we're not perfect. Right? It doesn't mean that you get a pass and you get to do whatever the hell you want to do. But it is the bodhicitta, it's the aspiration for enlightenment that is the first step. With the remembrance that we are trying to achieve our higher nature, not for ourselves, but for the benefit of others. And we do it gradually, a little bit at a time, every day. By meditation, by chanting Namu, by studying the sutras, but more than anything, by our own aspiration for enlightenment and helping others achieve their highest potential. If you have that in mind, the rest of it will fall into place. And for God's sakes, be nice to yourselves. The whole world's out there waiting to give you a billion reasons why to put yourself down. Right? But the Buddha says in the four-wheel chariot sutra that when we meditate, we have to do four things. First is just relax. Second is breathe. Right? The third is be nice to yourself. Say nice things to yourself. Don't say, oh, I'm such a jackass. Come on, you jackass. What the hell are you thinking? Oh, why am I thinking this? Oh, look at me, I'm thinking. Be nice to yourself. And the last is to realize the voidness in all things. Everything is changing. My thoughts, my opinions, my feelings, my age. Right now I might think, oh, I need this. But tomorrow I might think, oh, I need that. That's going to change too. So today, let's just enjoy being here together with each other. Through all of the pantheon of Buddhism, in the end, what it's trying to teach people how to do is to lose themselves in the midst of others, see the connection to everyone, and to just enjoy life as it is, doing more good than bad. So today, when we meditate, don't judge yourself. Just breathe. Listen to the water coming down the pipe from the rain outside. Listen to the sound of the fan. Take joy in the whistle in your neighbor's nose if they've got a whistle in their nose today or whatever. Just enjoy, because this is what we got, right? This is what life is. Right here, right now. It's this experience of the three jewels, of the Buddha, our example, of the Dharma, this teaching to allow us to be better for everybody else and for ourselves. And then the Sangha, the people that are supporting us, because honestly, all of us have been practicing at home, different types of things at different points. Whether it's working out, whether it's spirituality, whether it's trying to remember to make art, and it's never quite as effective as when we do it together, as a community, as a group, to support each other. And that's why the Buddha was brilliant in giving us those three jewels and reminding us that those that support us are as important to our practice as the teaching and the example. So let's enjoy some soccer. So we're going to do a nice long meditation. We're going to start with Joshingyo, which is a meditation to purify the mind, heart, and body. And the way I'd like you to think about this is that we're preparing ourselves to chant the Odaimoki, Namu, to really truly experience the compassion and wisdom of the Buddha, of all Buddhas, of all Bodhisattvas, to connect together as one unit, all rowing the boat in the same direction. So the first thing we need to do is kind of get ourselves ready for that. So the first part of the practice is just breathe in, and when you breathe out, 1. And when you breathe in, 2. And just get to 10 and start over again. If you lose count, just start back at 1. And do that until you hear the bell. And don't worry if thoughts come, just let them go. Don't worry if you lose count, just start back at 1. There's no judgment, there's no anything. The final meditation that we'll do today is called Jin Shingyo, which is meditation on the merits of Myo, or the sublime Dharma, or the force, or the nature of the universe. At that point, for a second meditation, just breathe. I don't care how you breathe. If you breathe fast, breathe fast. If you breathe slow, breathe slow. But make it natural, make it unique to you. Okay? And when we're chanting Namu Myoho Renge Kyo, remember, it's bright. It's a gift to the universe. We love everyone. This is our opportunity to just join in. Don't worry if you harmonize. Don't worry if you're on the right beat. Just enjoy and give it as a gift. Right. Dojo Gate. Know this place where the stupa is erected is the place of enlightenment. Here the Buddhas attain samadhi. Here the Buddhas turned the wheel of the Dharma. Here the Buddhas entered into parinirvana. Honored be your eternal master of the Dharma, Shakyamuni Buddha. Honored be to the great wisdom, the eternal Dharma that equally benefits all, the one vehicle of Myoho Renge Kyo. Honor be to our founder, representing Jogyo, Nichiren, the great Bodhisattva. Please place your hands in Hokkai Joni, Cosmic Ground Mudra. Let your eyes unfocus and gradually look forward as if you were gazing at far mountains through half-lit eyes. Joshingyo, meditation to purify the mind, heart, and body. I'll show it's done with hands coming out from the sternum. Sort of this ankle at the base of your thumb rests kind of naturally on your sternum. And then your hands kind of come out at a slight angle from your heart. Think of it as yin and yang coming together and transferring all of the warmth of your heart to the universe. So that's why when we walk up to people and we put our hands together in Gasho, we mean no harm, nothing but benefit. Osho-gyo, chanting Namu Renge-kyo. Namu Renge-kyo. Please place your hands in the full height joint. Jin Shingo. Meditation on the sublime nature of the Dharma or Nirvana. Yongyol. Prayer. With reverence, we offer up the merits we have accumulated through the chanting of the Daimoku, so that in doing so, we may receive the greatest of compassion through the transcendental powers of the original Buddha. For all people, we have behold this universal Dharma teaching of equality that benefits all. We deeply vow to diligently strive for the improvement of both our societies and ourselves, as well as to diligently strive for the achievement of world peace. We pray that all people throughout the four corners of the world may return their lives to the eternal Buddha's pure land through the wonderful Dharma of Myo Renge Kyo. Amen. Myo Renge Kyo. We pray that each and every family member, as well as our benefactors and our friends, all live in accordance with the true Dharma. We pray that all enjoy good health in both body and mind. May they increase their understanding of the Buddha's wisdom, expiate their past transgressions, do good deeds, and lead a virtuous life. May they learn to respect each other. We pray that they embrace the correct practice of wisdom, perform virtuous work, assiduously improve themselves, and achieve family happiness. May they all attain the eternal peace and happiness. We pray that all beings, as well as myself, will awaken to the true nature of reality, which is the Buddha nature, and that we all will attain the enlightenment of the Buddha. We pray for those in sickness and distress. For Issa Simmons, Armin Laverne, Damian Reddick, Wendy Prevost, Jason Wellman, Jesse Schaefer, Lotus Meshi, David Mills, Gail Ball, David Watson, Beth Watson, Gabe Benitez, and Victoria. Namu. We pray for all of the deceased, for all the spirits of our ancestors, for all those who have formed a relationship with the Buddha, and for all those who have not. May we all follow the benevolent life of the Tathagata. May you cross the ocean of suffering, reach the further shore, and attain the Buddha. In memoriam, we remember Maria Valentin, Jean Knopp, Julia Petrikowski, Cheryl Sissy Jones, Stella, the dog, as well as those on our memorial altar. We remember Minch, who passed away recently, Hazuko Jordan. As we mentioned earlier, Kaishin's mother, Maria. We remember Jack Parker. We remember my grandparents, Lane and Joseph Winter. We remember Sissy. We remember Sensei Bill Mears, and the very first member of our Sangha, Terry Paquin, who passed away in 2007. May the merits we have accumulated through this deep offering of prayer be distributed equally amongst all living beings. May we all attain the enlightenment of the Buddha. May all the Dharma realms equally benefit all. Namu Myo Renge Kyo. Zegang-gyo, the four great vows. Sentient beings are innumerable. I vow to save them all. Our defilements are inexhaustible. I vow to quench them all. The Buddha's teachings are immeasurable. I vow to know them all. The way of the Buddha is unexcelled. I vow to attain the path sublime with this body. Until I attain Buddhahood, I will uphold my faith in the Lotus Sutra. Namu Myo Renge Kyo. Namu Myo Renge Kyo. Namu Myo Renge Kyo. Bye. Thank you everyone for coming today and Enchanted. I very much appreciate hearing all of your voices together. I was able to really lose myself and enter into the flow. And it very much couldn't happen without all of you coming together for us to experience soccer. One of the interesting, beautiful aspects of our practice that I was explaining to some of the people who came earlier is that this practice includes all of the basic practices of Buddhism. It includes mudras, hand signs, mantras that we chant, mandalas that we build, meditation that we practice. But the fifth and most important thing is you. It takes someone to actually practice these things to actualize them. And the fact that we've gotten the opportunity to be born as human beings is pretty awesome. Because as a firefly, it might not be as easy for me to do this. Although being firefly, I'm sure it's really cool if you're a firefly. That's why it's taking me a little while to stand up. I'm just letting you know. Get back to that. All right. So if we could kind of gradually get the chairs out of the way, we'll set up the table, we'll take our picture, we'll have some libations. Ladies, if you will get this started for everyone, and ladies, stuff like that, that'd be great. Nice, you doing lovely today. You can always call them anytime, day or night. That is the responsibility that I willingly and happily take on, right? You can call me